Hello, my name is Dakota Phillips, and today we're going to be walking through some of the machines you might find in the gym. So, going to the gym, especially if it's your first time, might be a little intimidating. You don't know how all the machines work, you don't know how to get it set up so that you're doing it right. You don't want to look silly in the gym, and I'm here to help you be a little bit more confident as you walk through those gym doors because you'll know what you're doing once you walk up to the machine. So, we're going to start out with the leg curl machine. So, this is going to be working our hamstrings. So there's quite a few moving parts. We've got a moving part down here at the bottom. We've got one up for our thighs. We've got one to adjust the height. And we've got one back here to adjust how far forward the back is. I'll start just showing you what the entire exercise is going to end up looking like. And then we'll break down each of the parts. So if you just want to see what you're supposed to do, what it's supposed to look like, this is that. And then we're going to break it down more as we go through. So I'm going to lower that down to my thighs, bring my heels towards my butt, control the weight as it rises, squeeze down, breathe out, breathe in as the weight comes up. So let's walk through all those parts and how it's set up the way it is. So this is the right way for me, but how did I get here? So first, I would start with the back. You pull the pin here, and it's going to adjust the back support either forward or back. And I want to adjust that so that my knees are lined up with the access point. So this is going to be where the mechanism moves. And for that, you want your knees to be in line with it. Usually there's a sticker for here. There's kind of a different colored cap by the bolt. But it's going to usually be marked, and it's going to be around your knees, so it's easy to find. My feet are going to go up on the pad. Again, this adjusts. I can move it in and out. So usually if you're taller, it's going to be farther away. If you're shorter, it's going to be closer. I'm not super tall, so I'm going to put it about in the middle. My legs are going to go up here. Now, let's say maybe you're not flexible enough to be in this position, or the range is a little bit too much. So I have this not even all the way up. It can go higher. So this pin to my left here is going to be what raises and lowers the pad. So I can lower it down here, and that's going to shorten my range of motion. So I'm not going to move the weight as far, which is, if you have limitations with your legs, knees, flexibility, that might be something you do. However, I would recommend doing as much range as you can. For me, this one, at like as high as it goes, feels like it's a little too high. Like it's not quite hyperextending my knees, but it's just seems a little too off to me. So I'm going to go down one hole, and that's where it feels right to me. So now we've got our back support, we've got our leg pad set up, and we've got the height. Now we bring the pad down to our thighs. And now this is another good check for your back support, because if this pad were to be resting on my knees, then I would know that I'm too far back. I want this to be resting on the muscle of my leg, not my bones. So it's on my thighs, pretty comfortable position. And now I can bring the weight down, and then I want to come up with control. Again, we're working the hamstrings. That's the back of your muscles, back of your leg muscles. And you're going to work some other things as well, but it's a very isolated movement for your hamstrings. There's going to be some core, some glutes, maybe some calves, a little bit of quads, but it's just mostly hamstrings here. Now you can adjust, and when you're coming out, lift the pad. If I want to do one leg hamstring curls, I can do that too. So this is good for making sure that when you're in these machines, it's easy to, if you have a really strong right leg and a really weak left leg, maybe your right leg is taking over a lot of that work. So maybe it says you're lifting 50 pounds, but maybe your right leg is doing, 40 of those pounds and your left leg is doing 10. That's a little dramatic, but it's still possible. So here, now I know whatever I have the weight set to, I have it at 40 pounds. I know my left leg is doing 40 pounds. Ooh, that's a little heavy. But left leg is doing 40 pounds. I can do however many sets, reps I want. And then I switch to my right leg, and then I know that I'm getting even work on both of those legs. I like to do that. But again, you can kind of choose your adventure there on what you want to do or what your workout is prescribed. Hopefully this is helpful. You're going to feel that burn in your legs. Make sure you do some stretches, maybe some toe touches. You need some of those kind of stretches. I've got videos for that too. You can check them out. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you're going to be going into the gym a little bit more confident. If you still have more questions on this machine specifically, let me know. Or if there are other machines that you want to know how to use when you get to the gym, also leave that in the comments and I'll try to make a video for that as well.